up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Card Collecting and Investing with me, Digiman Cards. In today's episode, we are going to discuss grading your Marvel cards. One of the most asked questions I get on the channel and through social media is, should I grade my 90s Marvel cards? Who do I use? What are the turnaround times? What are the prices? And how do I do it? So we're going to break that down in this episode. Stay tuned. Marvel cards, baby. Okay, so first of all, we need to discuss why. This is an important one. So why are you sending your Marvel cards to be graded? And there could be a variety of different reasons. It could be you want to protect your beloved cards. Maybe you're a character collector. You want them to be uniform, so all the same slabs. Maybe you want to invest and you want to flip to maybe build up to a bigger card. Or it is just to increase the value of your cards that are lying around. It could be any one of those. How do these grading companies determine what is a high grade Marvel card? Now, each company has their own principles, but these 4 key factors are what you need to remember and consider when you're looking over your cards. 1, surface. 2, centering. 3, edges. And 4, corners. If you haven't graded cards before, I highly suggest you look at more YouTube videos, get a real good understanding of how to look over your cards and what could be a high grade card. Sets and characters. Now this is an important one. So going back to the start of the video, I asked you, why are you grading your Marvel cards? If you are a character collector or this is for your personal collection, it does not matter so much. However, if you are looking to flip your cards or increase the value of your cards, you need to be very careful what characters you're sending in and from what set. For example, Spider-Man commands the most premium in terms of Marvel cards. Let's have a look at some of the sales on eBay and we can really start to understand what sets are selling and which characters are sought after. And that's very important. And one thing to bear in mind, just because you have old cards that were in your garage from the 90s in binders, it does not mean these cards are going to grade well. In most cases, and even in my case, they do not grade well. So you need to consider that factor too. Let's head over to eBay and let's have a look. Alrighty, so I recommend spending a little bit of time looking at eBay sold and completed Marvel card listings. Now, I do this quite a lot in my content anyway. If you haven't managed to check out some of my recently sold Marvel cards, I talk about each card in detail and the prices they went for, and hopefully that will help you out too. But you can do this bit yourself. So type in Marvel, trading card singles, non-sport. Down on the left hand side, you've got sold and completed listings, and that's an important one. For the purpose of this episode, I put in $100 minimum amount. And why do this? So quite quickly, as you go through the pages, you'll see which characters are selling or most sought after. I did actually do an episode on this where I looked at the last year in terms of sales data, in terms of Marvel characters. I'm pretty sure you can guess who came out on top. And yes, it was Spider-Man, closely followed by Wolverine. So there's a couple of things to remember. I'll link that above for you. But you can see here some of the sets that are selling at the moment. So for example, we've got 2020 X-Men Metal. We've got PMGs from 2013, 15, 2017. There are some raw cards, low serial numbered. We've got sketch cards as well, but quite quickly you can get a sense of what people are sending in and what cards are selling. And that's an important one. Which grading company should you send your cards to? What are the turnaround times and prices? So there are currently 3 main grading companies that accept Marvel cards, and that is PSA, SGC and BGS. And one thing to consider before I continue is a lot of this is completely subjective. Who do you prefer to use? Some people prefer SGC with the black tuxedo look. It really makes some Marvel cards pop. Some people prefer BGS. You've got subgrades and you've got gold labels. And some people prefer PSA. It's probably the most known grading company out there. So prices and turnaround time. Let's start with PSA. So first of all, you can see quite clearly, and I'll link all this down below in the description. You've got value. However, you need to be a Collectors Club member, and that's $99 a year to join that club. You've got Economy, which is $50 a card. You've got Regular, which is $100 a card. Express, which is $150 a card. Super Express, $300, and then Walkthrough. So turnaround times. and this is completely estimated, believe me. So you've got economy, which they say is 90 days. You've got value, which is 120 days, regular 60, express 30, super express 14, and then 7 days for the walkthrough. Again, I'm not sure that is up to date, but from what I'm hearing, PSA is really knocking out grading cards pretty quickly nowadays. Looks like they've set up pretty well. So that is PSA in a nutshell. As I said, I'll link it down below. Again, in terms of popularity of PSA, it's probably the preferred, and in most cases, and I say most cases, the grades from PSA do command the most value, especially some PSA 10 1990 Marvel Universe cards, as you've seen, and I've done other episodes, so check them out as well. So that is PSA. What do the slabs look like? So here is a great example. I just looked at this today actually. 1990 Marvel Universe Magneto Hologram MH2 PSA 10. This is a massive card, by the way, currently listed at 11,000. There are only 11 PSA 10s out there, and that shows you kind of how hard it is to grade these holos. And the population report is also a good thing to look out if you're sending your cards in. So yeah, that's what the slabs look like. That is a PSA 10. Next up, SGC. Now they are known for great value, great customer service, and fast turnaround. So you can see here, $30 per card with an estimated business days, 20 to 25 days turnaround time. $40, 10, and then $75, 5, and then $125 per card is 1 to 2 days to get your cards back, which is absolutely insane. So let's have a look at what an SGC card looks like, or slab looks like. So this is an SGC 10 of Moon Knight, again from the 1990 Marvel Universe set, and this is for $102, and it really pops. It looks great, right? But yeah, really fast. Some people absolutely love SGC, and I understand why. Finally, we have BGS, or Beckett, and they've been in the hobby a very long time. Sweet slabs, very chunky. And let's have a look at the service level. So premium, $250 card, express, $150 a card, standard, $50 card, and then economy, $35 a card. And in terms of turnaround, premium, 5 to 7 business days, express, 10 to 15, standard, 20 to 30. They've updated that recently. And an economy, $90 to $120 business days. But take that with a pinch of salt. This is what a BGS slab looks like. This is a 1992 Marvel Masterpieces of Psylocke in a 9.5 gem mint. And you can see the subgrades there. So centering, corners, edges, and surface 10. And that's quite a strong grade for these 92 cards, I have to say. Chunky slabs, really nice to look at. Very classy. Hopefully this episode has provided you with some value. Any questions, please do let me know down in the comments. Smash that like button for more Marvel card content to come. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Marvel Cards, baby.